want to start off by giving all praise to YAHAWASHI, called Lord YAHAWASHI, Tawada YAHAWASHI, Barakatayahu, double honors be upon the elders and apostles of GMS, and peace and blessings be upon the brothers that are pushing this truth in the elect yasharahla. I want to come at you with a video today, and basically I'm going to call it Take Your Own Advice, because, you know, I think that's something, well, it's a lot. That's something, of course, that I fell short of, and I want to warn brothers to make sure that they take their own advice. When you make videos and you make epistles on basically, you know, assisting brothers or telling them what to do or instructing them, you know, through the faith of YAHAWASHI, you gotta take what you say into consideration too. When you make these videos, that's why most of the time I try to say, when I'm saying this to brothers, I'm saying it to myself also, because sometimes we do fall short of our own words. And that's how, you know, I'm going to just go through the spirit. And I wanted to make this real quick. I didn't want it to be too long. So, I'm going to start in, it's a lot. Yeah, I was ready there. It's, yeah, this is, Sirach chapter 37. I just start from 19 where the point is. It says, there is one that is wise and teacheth many, and yet is unprofitable to himself. And basically it says, there's one that is wise and teacheth many, right? Because we are the teachers, and the Most High, he did give us the wisdom to make these videos, so on and so forth. It says, and yet is unprofitable to himself, right? Because if you're teaching and you're letting brothers know, you know, everything, and you have the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding that the Lord YAHAWASHI has given you, and you telling, you making, you know, you're doing the work, so on and so forth, and you're not taking your own advice, that's how you're unprofitable to yourself. That's why I said is yet unprofitable to himself, because the words that you're giving out, you have to dish them in, because you don't want to be a hypocrite. And the Most High told us, but he told us, consistent us praying, he said, be ye not like the hypocrites. Well, also, you don't want to be a hypocrite when it comes to what you're saying, you know, or the words or the advice that you give out. So you really do have to take your own advice. I'm going to read it again. It says, there is one that is wise and teacheth many, and yet is unprofitable to himself. There is one that sheweth wisdom and words, and is hated. He shall be destitute of all food. For grace is given not, Salat, for grace is not given him from the Lord, because he is deprived of all wisdom. And right, if you're dishing out a platter that you can't eat yourself, then you're deprived of wisdom. And Most High he's not dealing with you, you know. So you got to make sure that, and not saying, because the scriptures do say in Ecclesiastes, the 7th chapter, it tells you that there's not a just man upon this earth that doeth good and sin not. But the matter of the fact is that you really want to abide by the words that you say, because you don't want to be a hypocrite, you know. And the other one that I had, like I said, this is going to be a quick video. It says, this is Matthew 12, verse, right, 36. But it says, but I say unto you that every idle word that men shall speak, they shall be given account thereof in the day of judgment. It says, by thy words thou shalt be justified, and by thy words thou shalt be condemned. Right. And you want to be justified by your words and not condemned by your words. Because if you're giving out information telling brothers to do this, or to do, you know, to conduct themselves a certain way, you want to be conducting yourself that way before the video was even made. You know, you don't want to dish out information that you're not taking to yourself, or being a hypocrite. That's why it says, you know what? I'll just read it again, because I thought, I'll just start at 36 again. It says, but I say unto you that every idle word, every single thing that you say, or every word that is professed through your tongue, it says, that every idle word, that men shall speak, they shall give an account thereof in the day of judgment. Right. It says they shall give an account thereof, because basically, you know how in the world we say, or even in what's it called, you know, correctly, you're accountable for what you say. That's literally what the scripture's saying, but just it's written in Old English, you know, or the King James Version. So it says, they shall give an account thereof in the day of judgment, right? So it's like basically your words hold weight, you know. Your words actually matter. And on top of that, it says they shall give an account thereof, because like your words are stored. The angels are storing your words and storing what you say up until the day of judgment, man. And you never know, you know, the words that you say may be the same words that condemn you. That's why you don't want it to condemn you. Verse 37, it says, for by thy words shalt thou be justified, and by thy words thou shalt be condemned. And like I said, you want to be justified, because because basically the situation with me was, I was telling brothers, you know, don't be hasty, you know, make sure you basically do nothing without advice. And I fell short of that, you know. So the words that I was telling brothers to do, or the things I was telling brothers to do, was basically what I needed to watch the video for myself. I needed to rewatch my own video. And that's what I advise brothers to do, because when you rewatch your videos, you see the words that you need to still abide by, you know. And that's why it says, by thy words thou shalt be justified, and by thy words thou shalt be condemned. And you don't, like I said, you don't want to be condemned, or you don't want to be damned, you know, because, you know, that's why you got to watch what you say too, you know. But you know, that was basically the point. The main aspect that I was trying to get at is that, you know, take your own advice, don't be a hypocrite. And like I said, when I say these words, I'm saying it to myself also, you know. I'm taking my own advice, you know. You got to really, really, really watch what you say, and you got to make sure you abide by your word. That's what being a man is. But with that, I'm going to say, Carlo, YAHAWASHI, Barakatah Yahawashi. Double honors to the apostles of GMS, and peace and blessings be upon the elect yasharahla, and the brothers risking their life, pushing this truth day in and day out. Shalawam.